Hi, it's Laura from the Queen's Stamp Castle. I am coming to you today to share with you some treat holders that I've been working on for a couple of weeks now. Different sizes. These two are made with the envelope punch board. So they're kind of like a half cracker, I guess you would say. And then these are filled with some Hershey Kisses. This one is filled with some sixlets that are individually wrapped. And then the test tube came from September's Paper Pumpkin Kit, as well as the little tag, and I stamped it with the stamps that are included in the set. And then this little reindeer one has a roll of Lifesavers. And then for the stamp sets that I've used quite a few. I've used the Cookie Cutter Christmas for the reindeer and the gingerbread man. And on that one I freehanded with a white gel pen, and I cut out, or I punched out the little hearts that are included in the cookie cutter punch. For the sentiment, I used Teeny Tiny Wishes, as well as for the sweet treat one. For this one, I used the Merriest Wishes for the 25. For the Christmas tree, I used Peaceful Pines. And for this 'Tis the Season, that is on here as well. And then I will give you the measurements for all of these. And they're all going to be, I'll show you. So I made up this little card. So they're all, as you can see, this one is 4.5, 4.5, and this one's 4.5. They're just different lengths going vertically. So I'll move these out of the way. And for this one, which is I guess like the half cracker box, I'm going to share with you how I did that one. But what I'm going to do is, because my camera likes to shake when I do the envelope punch board, I've already gone ahead and done it. So with the 5.25 inch at the top, I'm sorry, the 4.5 at the top, I've scored it at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, and 4. Rotated it, and I've scored at 3/4, 1.25, 1 3/4, and 4.25. And then what I did is fold over the little 1/2 inch strip here, placed it in to the envelope punch board, line it up at 1.25, gave it a punch, folded down the next score line, lined it up at 1.25 inches, punched it, 1.25 inches again on the next flap, unfold it, 1.25 inches, punch, and then the last one as well. Line up at 1.25 and punch it. So that's all done. So I've gone ahead and I've put some sticky strip on there. Grab my paper snips. So on these bottom score lines, you're just going to go ahead and make some flaps. On this last one, you're going to remove this little flap here. And then I just like to angle that. So we're going to remove the backing of the tear and tape. And then these can just fold over flat. Now, the dimensions for the designer series paper, they are going to be, you're going to need 4 pieces, and they are going to need to be 3/4 inch by 2 1/4 right here. And then you're going to need 4 pieces. So before you adhere this together, you would glue on your designer series paper. So then, if you can see that, there's our seam. So you can put that on the side if you want, or in the back. So then we're going to just fold in 2 of your side flaps, and then we'll make this one our back. So we're going to add some tear and tape. I'll trim this little bit off. We'll remove our backing. Line that up. Press that down. So there you have that box for your chapstick. And for the lid, you're going to need a piece of Night of Navy cardstock that measures 2 9/16 by 2 9/16. Place that in your Simply Scored scoring tool, and we're going to score it at 3/4 inch on all 4 sides. Now the nice thing about these boxes that I've showed you, the lids are all the same measurements, so that's 2 9/16 by 2 9/16, and they're going to fit all the different boxes, so I'm only going to show you the one lid. So we're going to burnish our score lines. We're going to come in and cut on that score line, notch it out, and then on the other side. Same with this corner. And then rotate it around. Do the same thing again. And this last one. So to save time, I've already gone ahead and I've put some tear and tape on the flaps of this one. So we're just going to remove our backing. And adhere these corners together. The last one. So there you have it. We'll bring in our box. And just put this on. So there's that one. So it will look like this when you add your designer series paper to it. And then I've used the 1/8 inch silver ribbon and just tied it in a bow. So that one's done. Now for the Lifesaver box, like I said, they're all going to be the 4.5 inch, but the difference is going to be the 4 3/4 inch length. This one I've gone ahead and scored on the 4.5 side at 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I've rotated it and I've scored it at 3 3/4. So those go together, they're put together in the same way that the other ones are. Just fold and burnish your score lines. These go together really quick, so you could mass produce these as well. So again, we're going to just cut up these bottom score lines to make our flaps. And I will be using these to, I'll be in another art festival here in November. So I thought these would be fun little treats for the kids. You could also make reindeer food to put in, like the little test tubes if you have if you are a subscriber to the Paper Pumpkin and have the little test tubes. You can do them for Halloween or Thanksgiving or Christmas with different little fun treats to have inside. So there we have that. And then I'm just gonna take off this little piece here as well. Add some tear and tape. And for this one, the pieces of designer series paper that you're going to need, and you need 4 of them, are 3/4 inch by 3.5. So before you adhere your box together, I would go ahead and put on these strips of designer series paper. So to save time, I'm just once again showing you how to put together the box. So there's that one all done. So again, we're just going to tuck in those side flaps. This will be our front, so we're going to tuck that one in and add tear and tape to this side. And I will put all the dimensions down in the description bar of all of the designer series paper that you'll need. So we're just going to fold that over. And there you have it. So just to show you, like I said, that same lid will fit all of these different boxes. Just have the different lengths. And the last one I'm going to show you was how to do the test tube box, test tube treat holder. So that you're going to need a 4.5 by 5 5/8 piece of cardstock, and I've gone ahead on the 4.5 inch side, scored it at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, and 4. Rotate it, and I've scored it at 4 5/8. That'll be our flaps again. Bring in our bone folder. So once again, you would go ahead and cut 4 pieces of designer series paper that measure 3/4 of an inch by 4 3/8 right here. So I'll just show you how to adhere this box. I figured it'd be faster this way and not take up as much time, but so run you a piece of tear and tape along that 1/2 inch score line. Again, we're going to cut out this little flap here. And then we're going to cut up these little score lines at the bottom for our flaps. And then just cut the corner off here. Remove the backing. Fold it over flat. Press that down. Again, you can put that seam on the side. Fold in your 2 flaps. That will be the bottom, or excuse me, the back. So we'll fold this one over the front. Add our piece of tear and tape to that last flap. Remove the backing. And just press that down. So like I said, all the lids fit the same box. So there you have it. There's, like I said, 3 different sizes of boxes, different themes. So these would be great for holidays. And if you have any questions, please leave me a comment. You can like me on Facebook under the Queen Stamp Castle. If you would like to order any of the products seen in this video, you can visit my website at www.stampinwithlara.stampinup.net. And I hope you give this video a like. If you're new to my channel, I hope you subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. See you again.